Wednesday. If you were hearing this word for the first time, and were guessing how it was written, you might write something like this. It's well known that the spelling of English words often doesn't match the pronunciation. But Wednesday is one of the most confusing mismatches in common words. A prominent writing blog tries to explain the spelling by saying, most Brits actually do pronounce the D in Wednesday. But the person who wrote this can't have spent much time in Britain, where the word is pronounced without the first D almost everywhere, except a few areas of North England and Scotland. To understand why this came about, we must go back to the origins of the words for the days of the week. The ancient Greeks named the days of the week after planets. According to their astrology, there were 7 planets, named after gods, including the sun and the moon. The Romans adopted this system in the 1st century CE, replacing the Greek gods with their Roman equivalents. This spread across the Roman Empire and became the basis of naming days of the week in many parts of the world. However, the growth of Christianity resisted using Roman gods to name days of the week. An attempt was made to replace the names with numbers, which is why modern Portuguese has numbered days of the week, starting from Sunday, called the Lord's Day, and naming Saturday after the Jewish Sabbath. Many other languages also use numbered days of the week, including Russian, which starts numbering from Monday, and Swahili, which starts numbering from Saturday. Despite the numbering system not becoming widespread in the Roman Empire, the Christianized names of Saturday and Sunday are used alongside original Roman names in most Romance languages, such as Italian. Meanwhile, Germanic languages adopted the Roman system for naming days, replacing Roman gods with their own. For Wednesday, they replaced Mercury with Odin, the supreme god of their mythology. The original Germanic word for Odin was something like Warthanas, so Wednesday was named Warthanas Dagaz. This phrase evolved into the English word Wednesday. So why don't we pronounce it Wednesday? Firstly, if we did, it would have 3 syllables. Every other day of the week has 2 syllables, except Saturday, and Saturday is weird in other ways, because it's the only day of the week that takes its name from a Roman god, not a Germanic one. So it would be natural for Wednesday to be reduced from 3 syllables to 2. And it is common in English words for unstressed syllables to be lost. For example, the word chocolate is spelt like it has 3 syllables, chocolate, but it is normally pronounced chocolate. However, it's hard to pronounce Wednesday with both Ds but only 2 syllables. Secondly, some words undergo a process called dissimilation, which is when similar sounds close together in a word become less similar. In English, this usually means dropping out the first sound. For example, the word government is spelt with 2 N's, but most English speakers don't pronounce the first one, saying government. In Wednesday, there are 2 D sounds very close together, so it would not be unusual for the first one to drop out. Finally, just as Italian speakers don't think of the god Mercury whenever they say mercoledì, English speakers don't associate Wednesday with the god Odin anymore. Because of this, the word is free to change so much in speech that its origin is unrecognizable. So Wednesday becomes Wednesday, but English keeps the old spelling. If you think it's silly to maintain a spelling so different from modern pronunciation, you're not alone. Shakespeare spelt the word Wednesday in his plays. Shame it didn't catch on. Did anything in this video surprise you? Are there features of English you've always wondered about? Comment below, like and subscribe.